Skipper.
Rob, what's good with
What's good, man? What's good, man? A lot of things went down this year in the NBA trade, before the trade deadline. And we're fortunate enough to actually be able to say that we have witnessed history. Because let's keep it real, Skip. Let's keep it real. Normally, through the trade deadline, next to nothing happened.
you? Mm-hmm.
Normally, you get some trades. Who cares? You get that. But this year, we see stars in new places,
Mm-hmm.
bona fide stars in new places, new faces in new places to the fullest. And I asked you on, Skip. I asked you on because I wanted to go over some of these trades, and let's get into who won these trades, who lost, and granted, it's early. It's not even it's not even all star. But let's get into some of the biggest trades. Let's discuss who won or who we think won, because now is a good time to say that before everything plays itself out. And then after everything plays itself out, we can make a determination if we right or if we was wrong. So before we get to the biggest trade, I want to just jump right into it. Before we get to the biggest trade of them all, let's talk about a couple mediocre trades.
Mm-hmm.
We get your opinion on some of these mediocre trades. What is a mediocre trade? Mediocre trade is Kuzma going to the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Middleton going to Washington, D.C.,
Mm-hmm.
along with Marcus Smart. Are they building something over there, Skip?
Nah. That's Washington, man. I mean, and we just being honest. We know there's no feelings involved. I don't have a leg to stand with that situation, but no, because Chris Middleton, and don't get it twisted. I love Chris Middleton. Good team guy, had a nice jump shot, was a very important part of the Milwaukee championship back in 21. But man, the man hasn't played in years at a high level. He's missed most of this season already because of two bad ankles. So I think it was more so over there in Washington. They just was trying to help Milwaukee out, because Chris Middleton is on an expiring contract. So Washington playing the long game right now. I don't think they're trying to build nothing. I think Washington is trying to dump talent off so they don't have to pay nobody for the long term and stockpile draft picks.
Okay. So if they play in a long game, right? Chris Middleton, he got that player option this year. Do you resign him? Well, before you resign him, you have to opt out the contract. Let's do that.
Correct.
Right? So let's say, hypothetically speaking, he opts out. Do you resign him?
No. I trade him. I trade Chris Middleton because, for one, he's 30-some odd years, so that don't fit my timeline. But I want his money off my books. And if he proves himself through the rest of the season, if he gets back healthy, can play, go through rehab during the offseason, maybe I can get some assets from a team that's trying to win a championship. Chris Middleton is not built for a team like Washington. He's built for a team that's trying to go for a playoff push and win a championship. He could be that missing piece.
Okay, so let's say Washington get the number one draft pick. Who are you taking?
If I'm Washington, I'm taking with the number one pick with what they have over there. And I think we discussed this off record, off the air. I'm taking it. Well, everybody know Cooper's flag hands down. But if I'm taking Cooper's flag, I'm taking the whole team down. But with that being said, I'm getting the kid from both of them from Rutgers.
Harper. So you putting Harper next to Jordan Poole?
Well, I'm getting rid of Jordan Poole.
Oh,
I'm getting rid of Jordan Poole.
trade the whole damn team. So we gonna play by ourselves. They
No,
say,
I'm letting them play because they had a #2 pick last year and they got the big man. Now, if I'm keeping him, first off, you said they get #1 pick. Then I take my chance with Ace Bailey and put him at the 3 or 4. If you insist on keeping what you got, and if you feel like this your nucleus, I'm getting Ace Bailey, and Ace Bailey can play anywhere on the court because he's a slasher. That's what I'm doing.
there we go. There we go.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so now we go back to the draft. So we got Ace. That's your number 3. You got Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year.
Former Defensive Player of the Year.
Got these guys, right? You got Chris Middleton, 20 point something.
2 bad ankles.
And you trade anybody. I'm lost. Are we winning here or what we trying to do here, man?
Well, I mean, obviously they ain't winning. They got the worst record in the league already anyway. So if I'm that GM, so let's do this. Since we want to say who we'll draft, I have the #1 pick.
Yeah.
So do I have the freedom to tear the team down, or I got to work with what I got?
No, we trying to win. So I'm telling you.
If we are trying to win,
yeah,
I'm not keeping Chris Middleton. I'm not. No disrespect to Chris Middleton, but I have to trade Chris Middleton and get some younger assets.
So what are we doing here? So are we asking him to opt into his last year's contract?
Well, regardless of what he
does, trade him?
If it's prerogative, I'm not asking you to opt in.
Oh, the reason why I'm saying that is because if he opt out the contract, now we lose him for nothing.
But I don't have his money on my books. I don't have his money on my books.
Okay.
But the 20 points, man, Rob, the man is averaging 12.5 points a game right now.
Listen.
So the 20-point days are over.
It's not over, Skip. It's not over.
It's over, man.
Skip, you know what I live by? You know the phrase I live by? If you did it once, you could do it twice. You do it twice, you could do it 10 times.
Well, that sounds good. If you in the, that sounds good. That sounds good. But we talking about NBA life here. Man been hurt since 2021 and has not been healthy since 2021 and able to play a full season. So you telling me? So how much money? So how much money you giving Chris Middleton?
New contract?
Yeah.
What is he? 30 something, right?
Yeah.
I try to lock him in 3 years.
For how much?
Well, Brandon, this guy just got
Brandon Ingram, BI. Yeah.
I think that's what. Give him 90.
That's what he's making now, $30 million a year. So you can give him the same contract.
100. I'm a nice guy.
No. But no. Back on topic. No. I'm taking, if I got the #1 pick, I'm taking Cooper Flag, and I'm tearing the team down. I'm keeping that big kid they got because Cooper Flag plays the 3, the 4. You know what I'm saying? I'll prefer for me, if I'm watching it to make my job easier, let me start out of that #1 spot so I could put with what I have already, Ace Bailey. That's what I really want. But because I get the #1 pick, Cooper Flag right now, he's the best, he's the #1 player right now. He can do everything. I'm taking him, but I'm rebuilding my team around him. That's what I'm rebuilding my team around. And I think they setting themselves up to get the #1 pick, and they're gonna tear it all down, man.
So now, with that said, you telling me in hindsight, you getting rid of Middleton.
Yes.
I'm assuming you're gonna get rid of the Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh yeah, in the past, Marcus Smart, yes.
And what are you doing with Jordan Poole? You just have 45 the other night. What are you doing
Jordan
with him?
Poole? Oh, I'm trying to get assets for him too. Because I mean, because we see we supposed to be talking about the trade deadline, but we talking about another issue that the last show we did about the teams in the NBA tanking and why the NBA ratings down and they suck. It's because teams are not building these teams properly. So if I'm GM, I'm going to build my team from the bottom up because in Washington over there, they're jacked up. The culture's messed up. They ain't winning no games anyway. So let me build it in my image. So if I'm gonna go down, the ship gonna sink, let it sink the way I want it to sink.
Okay, so bottom line, who won a trade?
Milwaukee. Who won that Milwaukee and Washington trade?
Yes.
I like the Milwaukee end of it. I like
Right.
Milwaukee end of it. Kyle Kuzma, younger, he can get up and down the court with the Greek freaking Dame. He can spot up and hit a three-pointer. Yeah, maybe his jump shot ain't as good as Chris Middleton, but he can create his own offense, and everything isn't on those other two players. And he's younger.
Move right along. The trade, the Brandon Ingram, some guy you hire. I don't know, so you this guy. You know, you big on this guy. Brandon Ingram is in Toronto.
Yes, sir.
In exchange, what did New Orleans get for that trade?
New Orleans for BI. New Orleans got Bruce Brown,
Oh
Kelly
yeah,
Olynyk, a first round pick and a second round pick.
oh yeah, yeah. Didn't make out bad. New Orleans didn't make out bad at
No,
all.
they didn't. They didn't. I agree with you on that. They didn't. I think both. I think the biggest winner here though is Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram just now got extended for $120 million over 3 years, 40 a year.
Short
So,
change.
so he got his money, and he wasn't gonna get no reps in New Orleans anyway. They headed nowhere fast anyway. Like they trying to rebuild, so they let him walk, and now New Orleans got a first round draft pick out the deal. Bruce
Yes.
Brown and Kelly Olynyk, they about to take a walk. So the money that they was gonna give Bi, they're gonna have that off their books, and all they got to worry about is paying Zion.
Yeah. I think New Orleans got the best end of that deal because what explain when is that draft pick? When is that draft pick? It's a first round draft pick when?
They don't have the stipulations on it yet. They just got the first round pick and second round pick. I don't know what year it is.
And a second round pick.
Yes, first and a second.
Wow. Yeah. I like that for New Orleans. I like that for New Orleans.
Now
Because
on Toronto, go ahead, brother.
no Brandon Ingram, it doesn't matter. He doesn't push the needle to get you much better.
And I don't understand from Toronto's perspective. You got a RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, and now you got him. So you got three wing players, and how are you gonna put the three of them together? Their skill set is counterproductive. They do almost the same thing with all three of them. So I mean, I don't understand why that trade was made. Maybe they about to make some other moves, and that's why they paid him. But if worst come to worst, it's not a bad contract for them. It's not a bad contract. They can offer.
Yeah, contract is not bad. Contract not bad, but in today's society, today's NBA is not bad. Yeah. But yeah, I agree with that. You know, but look, we gotta keep it moving. So who you say win that contract? Who you say win that? Excuse me. Who you say win that deal?
I think it was a fair trade. I think it was win-win.
Equal. Okay.
I think it was equal.
Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Buckets.
Okay.
I witnessed that man get 25 the first night.
Okay.
In my mind, I'm gonna be honest with you, Skip. I think Golden State might be back.
Oh, this guy.
He might be back, baby.
He always, before we get too deep in it, he always got to do independent Rob signature stuff. You know what I mean? It's just regular independent Rob. Now, because they got Jimmy Butler, they still don't have no inside presence. They're back. So a 35-year-old Jimmy Butler, a 35, 36-year-old Steph Curry, a 30-some-odd-year Draymond Green, that's your best players on the team. That's going to get you to the promised land.
Skip, I think this team is as good as the team that beat LeBron in them.
Man, come on, man. This guy would say that. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Now, I'm going to tell you something with that trade, though. They did not give up any real valuable young pieces. The biggest piece they gave up was Andrew Wiggins and a protected draft pick. They gave up him, Kyle Anderson, and Davion Mitchell. And so you really didn't give up a lot to get Jimmy. You got to keep Jonathan Kuminga. You get to keep the boy Brandon Porzingis. You got to keep the other kid, Moses Moody. So the three young players you was trying to protect, you got to keep. So I'm like, on Golden State behalf, and they only gave up one draft pick for him, and Andrew Wiggins, if you want to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm not going to go as far-fetched as you and say championship, but a parade and they back and all that. but I mean, they're respectable now.
So Golden State won that. So are we in agreement that Golden State won that?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it was a bad deal for the Heat, but yeah, because Jimmy Butler didn't want to be there anyway, and they wasn't doing up and playing 500 ball with Jimmy Butler anyway, even when he wasn't disgruntled and making the playoffs. You know what I mean? Now when they got
They
to the
gonna go now,
playoffs,
Skip. They just lost to the Nets. They just got blown out by the Nets. So now they gonna go now.
No, they still probably gonna make the playoffs in the East. But I mean, but as far as the situation go, I mean, I believe that the Golden State came out good, and they didn't have to give up a lot for them.
So are you saying or are you not saying? We need some clarity because you kind of like wavering right now is what the word they like to say.
I don't think Golden. I don't think.
Do you say they won the trade? This is the point of the show. Who won the trade?
Who won the trade?
Listen, Skip. We're not gonna sit all afternoon. You're gonna sit here and say it's an even trade. You gotta be one way or another. We ain't gonna sit every trade. Somebody gotta be some winners and losers.
No, okay, it was the Warriors. I give the Warrior the nod on that one. Okay, because Jimmy fit what they trying to do.
Okay, there we go. We're gonna say Luka. We're gonna say Luka. Give me another one, Skip. Give me another one.
Okay, another trade that went down. What was another big trade?
Oh, I got it. Okay. Because I don't have my notes in front of me. New computer, I really don't know how to work it like that. Fox, De'Aaron Fox, going to the San Antonio Spurs.
We ain't even got to get all the way into that one. The Spurs won that trade. The Spurs won that trade.
It's a fact. This is the second coming of Tony Parker.
You know something? He usually say stuff like this, America, and I'm not big on Tony Parker, but Tony Parker did his job. And hey, you know what? Overrated. But they got him and Victor Wembanyama together, and them boys look good. Once they get that thing together, oh man, that thing look good.
Yes. Okay, there we go. I got it. I got it set up now, Skip. Yeah. So we're talking about the greatest point guard the San Antonio Spurs has ever had behind Tony Parker. And this guy has the tendency to even lapse that. It's the tendency to lapse that. So like you said, we're not going to get all the way into that trade because we talk about a waste of breath.
Yeah, they won that trade.
Who won that trade?
Yeah, that ain't even no question.
Let's get into a trade that I know you disagree with me with. Let's get into that. Something I know you disagree with me with. One of my favorite players. So look, for those who don't know, LeBron James is my favorite player. My second favorite player, Trae Young. So speaking of Trae Young, the Atlanta Hawks, right there in your backyard, they made a blockbuster. They made a blockbuster.
This guy.
They knew that Trae Young needed help, and they said, we got help on the way. They gave up DeAndre Hunter. They got Caris LeVert for that.
And listen to what he's about to say, people.
Now they got Caris LeVert. Let's break this down. Caris LeVert is probably number 2 of all time underrated players in the history of the game. This is one of the most versatile players I've ever seen play in my life. He can play 4 positions, ladies and gentlemen. 4 positions. Number 2, all-time underrated player in the world. If this man didn't have a history of being injured, we'll be talking about Caris LeVert and the same breath of Grant Hill. This is comparable. These are comparable players. So now with that said, With that said, ladies and gentlemen, Majesty and Grant Hill to the Atlanta Hawks.
And see, I'm gonna let Independent go ahead and finish with, because see what Independent does is he's a promo man. He hypes you up. He gets you feeling good. And for him to say he even a Trae Young fan, I'm like, dog, why would you even be cool with them making a trade like this? You get rid of DeAndre Hunter, who used to be a lottery pick. Dog, you give up DeAndre Hunter for Caris LeVert, George Niang for 3 second-round picks and 2 pick swaps. Like, come on,
great deal. Great deal.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. This is what you get back in return for a young athletic guy who was coming into his own. A former lottery pick that you guys were developing. Then you turn around, because you got to understand, when we talk about this trade, it was a 2-part trade. Because then we give up Bojan Bogdanovic, because all this with the Hawks, and we get Terrence Mann, Bones Holland, and 3 second-round draft picks, and they cut Bones Holland immediately.
Yes.
So I'm like, dog, this is what pisses me off a lot of times with these teams. You make us think you're doing something for the team, but all they did was clear the money off the books so they wouldn't have to pay luxury tax. It wasn't to help Trae Young.
Here's the thing, Skip. They're better. They better for less.
They didn't get better. Yo, them dudes
better for less.
They lost. To me, they lost the Cavalier trade. The Cavaliers won.
Now, 3-game winning streak, Skip.
While DeAndre Hunter is going to be an important part of that team for the playoffs. The Cavs won that. Now, if you want to talk about the second part of that trade with Bojan Bogdanovic, he can shoot, but Terrence Mann, yo, look, it got to be something about that dude. They've been holding on to him for a long time.
Yes.
See, they've been holding on to him for a long time. They wouldn't trade him.
He's been connected to this organization since he was 13 years old. So somebody within the organization, they was his AAU coach at 13 years old. So they groomed this kid to be a star someday in what's called. So, he came through the ranks. He went through college. He went to the G League, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Then he got to the NBA. So they've been grooming him forever. Now, I guess that's why they said it was very, very hard for them to get his man up, because there was a lot of personal stuff there. But they knew that this guy has the potential to play alongside Trae Young. And what is the ceiling? What is the ceiling? That's what I do, Skip. I go, what's the ceiling? The ceiling for these two, wait a minute, Skip, is Tatum, Jaylen Brown.
So now you telling me
that's how good
you belly. This dude say, so you're a Trae Young fan, and you telling me that you believe that, this was an equal, the Hawks won those trades, because now you tend the whole team all over again. But you just asked me 10 minutes ago, what are we doing in Washington? How are you building around your star player, man? How are you building around him?
Put Terrence Mann in. I just showed you. They put Terrence Mann in. I just said.
Right. I'm going on the record, America, that Independent Rob, by next time this year, if the Hawks don't be winning, it ain't gonna even take the next year. It's gonna take to the beginning of the season, the off season. Trae Young want to go to the Nets. Trae Young want to go to the Nets. They tearing all the people away. They getting rid of all the pieces. They ain't putting nobody around him. Trae Young need to go to Brooklyn. He said he want to go to the Nets. Well, I'm telling you all, remember this, that Skip said this.
And then I'm going to go on record. The Hawks are currently on a 3-game winning streak. They in 8th place. By the end of the season, considering the fact that there's no injuries, no major injuries, they will be sitting in the 6th or possibly the 5th spot in the East. And I don't want to hear, but in the East, because I'm naming it today. I'm going on record and I'm telling y'all today that by the time the Hawks finish the season, considering Trae Young, Mann, who's the other guy they just got? Caris LeVert, because Caris LeVert's a big if. He only got traded because his injury history. That's the only reason why. Because everybody
That's a big if. He was
they,
in Brooklyn with you guys. Why didn't you keep him there?
because man, I mean, listen, he gets hurt, but sometimes players get past the hurt and injuries. Just go right now.
He get past the pain, huh?
Yeah, I'm just telling you, this is a modern day Grant Hill. Carlos LeVert is a modern day Grant.
See what Independent doing when he comparing Carlos LeVert to a Hall of Fame player, one of the greatest players that ever played college basketball. He was on the track of being one of the greatest players in the NBA. And this guy is saying that Carlos LeVert, a man that done bounced around the league like a basketball, on the same level as a Grant Hill.
Yeah. He's Grant Hill. But we will have to agree to disagree. So you saying Atlanta did not get the best of the trade. I'm saying they got the best of the trade. You say they did.
I didn't, correct. We can agree on that part.
We agree on that part. Let's move right around. We got let's hold it down a little bit. Let's hold it down a little bit, Skip. We got the Pistons receiving Dennis Schroeder.
Bishop. Dennis Schroeder on his way out the league.
Yeah, that's a good trade for a team. This team is currently sitting around, without looking it up, they might be 7th in the East right now.
Yo, man.
They got more veteran play, Skip. They got more veteran play over there. They got Dennis Schroeder.
Man, Dennis Schroeder.
Man, that helped y'all and helped make y'all relevant alongside LeBron James. This is what I look at. Out of everybody that played with LeBron James, Dennis Schroeder played the 5th best in history.
The 5th best.
Behind alongside LeBron James. Yeah, I'm telling you, Skip.
I never know nobody ever happy to be the 5th best.
Yo, I just said, Skip. I'm just
saying about being number 5. He bragging about being number 5, America.
Because I mean, listen, how many players have played with LeBron James? Let's do this. How many players have played with LeBron James? Let's throw me a number.
He bragging about being number 5, man.
The 5th best player that played alongside LeBron James in terms of able to mesh with him.
Look,
so this is you taking it lightly.
That man say number 5. Man done played with Dwayne Wade, Screedy Close, Kyrie Irving, Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, and you saying this man?
Exactly. See what I'm saying, Skip? Exactly, Skip. You know, that's the 5th best player to ever play alongside LeBron James.
Man, look, man. All I'm gonna say is that fellow there, he been over there in Brooklyn. He went to daggone Golden State. He ain't stayed there long. I mean, come on, they got rid of him for a reason, bro. And like I said, at the end of the day, I think that, and then now he making some controversial statements. And I mean, I don't want that dude to go over there and mess up my young boys' chemistry, man. Because they got something good going on in Detroit. Lord knows they need that help, especially from the way they was last year.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Them boys lost like 26, 27 straight games in a row. Whatever it was, they broke the record. So
I think it was 26. They tied the record, right?
They tied the record, right. So
26.
So to be honest, I just don't want him to go over there and mess up their chemistry. You know what I mean? A guy like him, it's the chemistry issues. Because it seems like he can't stay nowhere too long.
Okay, let's do this. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Let's do this, baby.
Who won the trade between the Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks?
The Lakers. Look, everybody in America know I am a Lakers fan.
Yeah.
And Independent Robbie giving me crap all the time about Magic Johnson, about Kobe. He want to say LeBron the greatest Laker. We ain't going there today. But today, for the last 2 weeks,
and for the record, let's not talk about LeBron today at all.
We got to talk about him because it needs to be known how seismic this trade was.
Okay.
It needs to be talked about.
Go ahead.
This is a trade that will change the landscape of the NBA.
Okay.
Luka, a top 5 player, arguably maybe a top 3 player, got traded in the middle of the night, like a thief in the night, to the Los Angeles Lakers for street clothes. Anthony Davis. Now look, I want everybody to know I like Anthony Davis. I respect his game, and he's not chop suey. He's not. He's a good player. When he's healthy, he's a top 10 player when he's healthy and engaged. I want that to be known. But when you have the opportunity to get a Luka Doncic, a man that just not took the Dallas Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals, you win it. Kid only 25 years old, 26 next month. Street clothes, 31, about to be 32. Injury history. So, I mean, what else I got to say? And then we didn't even give up all our assets. We gave up street clothes, 1 draft pick, and Max Christie.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we gave up to get Luka Doncic, a top 3 player. I'm making that trade every day of the week and 2 times on Sunday. Now our trajectory has changed. I've already seen results on the court with Luka and LeBron playing together.
They played 2 games together. What did they play? 2 games together? One. I mean, yeah.
They played Monday night.
Yeah, that's right.
But the whole energy in the room has changed. The whole energy in the building has changed. Now you can see that we got hope, that we thinking that we possibly can win a championship. You see LeBron James out there playing like, hey, man, that man running up and down the court 100 miles per hour like he's 28 years old again. New energy. Okay.
So, do I look at it? On paper, the Lakers won. On paper. Does this make them a better team? Hell no.
What? No. Hold on.
Let me talk about the trade. We ain't talking about 5 years from now, talk about 10 years from now, or what you assume is going to happen.
Okay.
If I'm talking about today, Dallas Mavericks won that trade. Why? Because Dallas went and they filled the void that they needed. You don't need Luka to do what Kyrie doing. Luka's going to go over there and try to steal the shine from LeBron James.
See, this man, I knew he was going to do this because because if the man just not took me to the finals, because to be honest, street clothes already hurt. I mean, and like I said, I love that guy, man. I love that guy. Yeah. No. They say don't know how long he's gonna be out. That man, because he went hard his first game to try to prove
23-13, first half.
That was in the first half. He did his thing. And I don't
doubt Luka had his first game there. When Luka had his first game.
Luka had his first game, man. Look, man. I mean, look.
12 points.
How many assists he had, Rob? How much we won by? The man didn't play the full quarter. The man didn't play. We beat them boys. We were beating them so bad he didn't have to play the full quarter. They were getting him back into the groove of things. All I'm saying is, look.
Go ahead.
Hey man, all I'm saying is, bro, look, when May come, am I predicting a championship, June? No. Do I think we're gonna make it farther in Dallas in the playoffs? I do. I'm going on the record right now today from what I've seen play, seeing the chemistry with him, LeBron, hell, even Austin Reeves, man. The white boy Austin Reeves stepping his game up. From what I'm seeing from them guys out there, yo, look, man. I see us.
That trade, and this is why I hate it, was racially motivated. They made that trade. They made that trade only because they tired of seeing LeBron James be the face of the Lakers.
Man, come on.
So they trying to make a trade.
So now, see,
I'm telling you, Skip, this is.
See, look, the man, they want to win, Skip. Bro. You got a 40-year-old star. I'm not going to exaggerate and call the man 52 because Independent would have called Kobe or Magic 60 years old if they still were playing, but at his age. But what I will say, I'm not banking my future because the way the moves made, nobody knew anything about it. They didn't even tell LeBron that.
I agree.
And I get it. So, I mean, if I'm going in a direction, see, America, let me tell you something. Independent don't like the fact that Clutch ain't in control no more over there in Lakerland. And we taking our team back. So at the end of the day, Independent is starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel and realizing what I've been saying for a long time, LeBron days coming to an end. But look, and LeBron has accepted the fact that, look, y'all helping me win right now. LeBron, no disrespect, yo, to be honest, yo, that man was just going with the flow, playing with street clothes. He knew street clothes didn't want it. But now he got somebody he feel can help him. Got the juice, want to run up and down the court, got the energy.
So why you get a player that do the same thing he do?
Hey man, when that man leave, we need somebody who could take over run the show for us. But and I need somebody who got that dog mentality. Because at the end of the day, let's be real, Rob.
Yeah.
I love street clothes. I believe it was a good move for Dallas. I really believe he fit what they trying to do in the short term. But I don't believe they won the trade. The Lakers won the trade. The Lakers won the trade. The Lakers got the best player in the deal, and the Lakers prepared themselves for the future. Now, all that other bull crap they talking about, Luka with conditioning. Hey, look, the man, a 5-time All-NBA player, 5 years in a row, first team All-NBA, and I ain't worried about his health. Then the $350 million that they left on the table, we don't have to pay it. That's a win for us too. Now we only got to pay what? 234 instead of paying 350. Yeah. So now that helps our books moving forward. All I see is win-win in this situation for us. Only thing that could go wrong for us if Luka get hurt or something. That's it. Outside of that, God forget, and the man don't have a history of getting hurt. He really don't. You don't have a history. If you make All-NBA team 5 years in a row, you don't have a history of getting hurt. All that man do is put up results, man, and win.
All right. So let's close out on this. Is it safe to say, because we both disagree, I think Dallas won a trade. You gonna say
let me say, America, only reason Independent saying that because we on the air and he's starting to think about Clutch and LeBron on his way taking his final ride. And so Independent feels some sort of way because he feel LeBron getting pushed out the door. See how you said racially motivated?
Let me ask you this question. Why couldn't they wait for LeBron to retire to make this move?
Why would you, if somebody say, look, bro, right now, hey, I know you straight right now, but I'm going to help you on the way out. Because who said the offer was going to be on the table when LeBron get out the door? Who said the offer going to be there tomorrow?
It's a chance you take. You know,
now, so I'm not taking that chance. And so
take that chance.
And if LeBron want to get mad and leave, and then like I said, hey man, I appreciate what you did for us, man, but good looking, bro. I'll holler at you. That's where we at over here. You know,
because like I told you off the air, I don't like the fact, and I don't want you calling me talking about Luka over LeBron when we have basic conversations about
he did say that. Now America, these are facts.
Yes.
But see how this changed, how things turn. Because every day we talk about some way or another. This man want to talk about LeBron being the greatest. You know what I mean? LeBron, the greatest swimmer in America. LeBron drink his water better than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Every day we talk about this, and now reality start to kick in. That look, man, this dude old. You know what I mean? And his time is about up. At least we respect the man enough to say, look here, bro. Yo, look. Now, we respect you enough to say, hey, Patrick, we respect you to not tell you to take your bags and go get lost, bro. You know what I mean? So, look, and even he acknowledged, LeBron James acknowledged who Luka is. He acknowledged that, look, man, this kid Luka is a problem in a good way. And he also acknowledged that they see that Luka has influence, even though they had that trade with Charlotte that didn't go through. But that was a move to appease Luka. But look, Independent Rob is going to try. Independent Rob is going to try to shut down Laker conversation now because now the Lakers' main man ain't LeBron no more. LeBron ain't running the show over there no more. So Independent don't like that.
No, I don't.
Independent don't like that. Independent don't like that. And see, Independent can't even say nothing because at the end of the day, if LeBron ready to leave, sorry, man. We help you. Look, we got your son over here for you. Everything you pretty much wanted, we help you got over here since you've been here. But it's a new regimen, bro. But what I will say before you retire, with the trade that was made, we may get you to number 5. You want 5 rings? You may have 5 now.
Okay.
Is that a good trade off? At least he can go out in the sunset with his 5th ring run.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say this, man, and I want you to agree with this. Can we both use the measuring stick of who go furthest? to see who won that trade? In a short form. Because in a long form, I'm going to say the Lakers going to win a trade. I'm going to go on record and say that.
Okay.
But short, in the short term, can we use short term of this year to see who goes further, the Lakers or the Dallas Mavericks? And mind you, the Lakers they're already outpaced the Lakers about 6, holding the 6th spot in the
The
league.
Lakers, the Lakers number
4?
Yeah. Yeah, they actually tied for 3rd place. Them and Denver got the same. They 3 games behind in the win column, but both of them got 19 losses. They 32-19 and Denver 35-19.
Okay, so they tied for 3rd place. So
yeah, they
now,
up there.
with them being tied with 3rd place, I guess it's safe to say, short term, can we just use this as a measure stick? Whoever finishes the season the best, I'm talking about the whole playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Can we use that as a short-term measure stick of who won this trade?
For the sake of me and you talking, we can do that. But let me say this before we end this. I hear everybody talk mad about the trade because they're thinking about long term. The people who talking all the junk about what they got for him, but realistically speaking, AD Anthony Davis, I'm not going to call him street clothes when I'm making this point. For what Luka brought to the table and what he brought to the table, you couldn't get nobody else who was going to do that. You could have traded now you could do like what most of these GMs do nowadays and want 1 million draft picks, but it wasn't going to add up to what AD was going to bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
For what they got over there with Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson can shoot a little bit still, and the play team they got built already, he does fit their team.
Mm-hmm.
So in some universes, he could push them a little farther than the Lakers. When the playoffs come with, if he's healthy, with the way that team is built, it's a possibility they can get pretty far in the playoffs. I don't see it, but it wasn't a bad deal that they had to get rid of Luka.
All right, well, let me just end on this note. That boy Max is playing. He's balling, baby. Since he went to Dallas, Lord have mercy, he's balling. Didn't know that boy could shoot that good. Did not know that boy could shoot that good.
But
man.
he was coming along before we trade him. That's why they took him. Because, he was scoring about 13, 14, 15 points a game the last couple of games he played with us. So he getting more opportunities over there and he play defense.
Woo! So we're going to end the show on this note. A lot of people saying LA got the thing on paper. They do. But I am in disagreement with anything that's going to taint what LeBron James built over there in Los Angeles.
See what he said? See how he ended the show. He had to slot that in because he feels some sort of way because LeBron James' time is up.
Well, not necessarily, but I'm the.
See how you say? Because America, if you look at our shows, he really be about to jump through the screen when he talking about LeBron. But you see how mellow and calm he is today. That's how you know. Because the day independent acting like at a funeral or something, man. Look how he's shaking his head. Look at his mannerism. Like, dang, my boy about on his way out.
On that note, we on our way out.
All right,
you know.